Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video for Raid Shadow Legends. This time around in this video, folks, I'm just going to spend some time and energy, of course, leveling up my new Mountain King. Of course, I've got a couple of champions that I'll be working on, and for this first part of the video, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on leveling up some champions, getting some chickens ready. As you can see, I've got about 40 energy left. I've got still plenty of gems to go through if I need them. I'm going to try and pace it out so that I don't use it all in one go. Of course, I'm referring to the gems, so I do want to stretch it out as much as possible. But the main aim of the game is to, of course, as you can see, Mountain King is now a 6-star, so he just needs to get to level 60. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on, at least for a portion of this video, and then we'll see what else I can do. I'm thinking of doing the faction crypts as well. I haven't really done much with regards to those, and I do need those tomes, and not tomes, those enchantments as well. I am pretty short on that, so I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't think I'll be wasting very many gems on energy today. I'm quite close to, as you can see, finally leveling up Mountain King to the point where he's, I would say, somewhat usable. Still has a lot to go though. We still need to do his what's it called? Get his scrolls up and stuff like that. So we still need to do that side of things. But he does seem to be packing quite a bit of HP now. I'm gonna play around with him. I'm gonna see what is best for him. See if I can get him to hit like a truck. That'd be nice. Of course, his abilities are affected by, I think, attack and HP. So that's primarily what I'm focusing on. Now, if I'm going down the attack route, of course, I will want to try and get crit rate up to 100, and then obviously take into consideration the crit damage on Mountain King as well. So that would be the things that I'm looking at. I mean, he's specifically meant to be good in the arena. Now, I'm fresh out of energy. Let's see what else I can do. But specifically, going back to Mountain King, he's specifically meant to be good in the arena. I'll see if I can use him in other places as well, because he, I think, could potentially hit quite hard. So we'll take this here. I'm not going to be wasting any more shards, or if I do waste some shards, I'll do it on camera. But at the moment, it's time to save up some more shards, because that's the thing, you know. Obviously, I am hoping that the next 2x event will be a void. There seems to be a lot of void shards in these events, so I'm trying to grab as many as I can. Get over 20 now. I am kind of lacking in the void champion department as it currently stands. I would like to, of course, have more void champions that are actually good. And I'm obviously referring to the legendary. I've got one or two. I've got like a cold heart, which is probably usable. Well, no, probably it's usable, but I want some good legendary void champion. So let's start leveling up the champs, or ranking up the champs that I've leveled up. That's the first task. We'll see how many of them I can do. This is going to cost a bit of money. Obviously, I need to bear in mind the amount of what's it called, shards that I'm using up, because I will be going through shards quite quickly at this rate. So maybe I'll have to, I'll try and use the uncommon champions as often as I can, but at this rate I'm going through the shards quite quick, so I think it'll come to a point where I will have to make do with common champions as well with regards to leveling up. That just means, of course, that I'll probably use a bit more energy, but that's fine. I mean, a rank 1 champion is fairly easy to level up, you know, it doesn't take them that much. So that's okay, that's definitely usable. I'll go with what I get. At the moment, I suppose I've been spoiled for the champions that I've had through the shard openings, in that, of course, I've had lots of rare champions to level up, which I've leveled up and then obviously ranked up. So let's have a look at here, what we got. Kind of want to see what else I can use. As you can see, I still have quite a few to go through. So I'll take the ones that I don't really care for, pop them out here. These are from the shard pull videos that you guys have seen. And so I just went with storing them. That should do for now. I will of course go through these, and hopefully this should give me enough champions to get another champ up to 60. I'm going to put these guys in there because I'm not going to work on them. These are dupes. Don't care for these epics. Put them in there. Take some more of these guys out. Ones that I know are useless, so that'll do. Marked. Okay, we'll take Gator. Okay, so take these guys out. Next, let's see what else I'm putting in. Alright, so I've got a handful of champs right there. But I don't need all of these epics that I've got here. So Seneschal and everything from there, really not useful. I won't be leveling these guys up. These are spares or dupes. I might use them at some point for something. That is, of course, to be determined later on, as in what I need them for. So that gives me some more space right here. Okay, I'll leave it as is. I'll get some more uncommon champions from the shards. I mean, as you can see, I've been at level 60. Or for those that have watched this series quite religiously, I am at level. Have been at level at max level with my champion, and I have not yet acquired, as you can tell, over 1,000 sacred mystery shards. Jeez, getting them confused now. Yeah, so I haven't actually acquired over 1,000 mystery shards. That's because I constantly use them. So I personally have found a use for them. I would rather try and get as many uncommon champions from them, potentially rare champions, and I normally use the common champions as food to level up the uncommons. That's kind of the way things work for me. But at the rate I'm going with the energy that I'm using and looking at leveling up champions, I do seem to be going through the mystery shards fairly quick. So, alright. I mean, at the moment, I'm okay. I've still got 790 shards, but that's not going to last me. Kind of want to open these up, to be fairly honest. Yeah, let's do it. I'll do it. I'm not expecting to get anything, if I'm honest. This is just to get some more chickens. The aim of the game is to get as many champions up to a 6-star at least, even if I don't fully level them up. So that will give me time to work on them and level them up and gear them up. Let's see. Oh, Dark Aethel, okay. At least we got an epic out of it. That may come in handy at some point. It'll be interesting to see how many epics I actually have. I have lost count of them. To be fairly honest, I have not fed any epics. I think I only fed one epic, if I'm honest. And that was right at the beginning of the game. And apart from that, I have kept every single epic champion that I have gained. Unless it was for the rosin fusion, I have kept every single epic champion, no matter how many duplicates I got of that epic. So I've got quite a handful at this point in time. If you have checked out my shard opening videos, you'll see that I've done quite a few. So I've got a good amount of epics to use for later, depending on what I decide to do with them. So I'm still missing a few epics, and I would really have liked to have gained Royal Guard. That would have been so nice. That guy's still eluding me. Would definitely be useful for me, but unfortunately it is what it is. I've got 2 cold hearts, so maybe I have to see how I can go about pushing spiders even further than I currently am doing. So this is what I've got the Skull Swords ready to go. I will be looking at the fusion. I'm not trying to push the fusion too fast. I still need to get lots of ascension potions, so that'll be a thing to look at. Okay, getting the drakes ready for the fusion. So by ranking them up, that means I'll have to level them up to 50. Once the appropriate potion dungeon is open, I'll farm the heck out of that. And when I say I farm the heck out of it, I mean I'll probably waste like somewhere around I'd say 1,000 energy and just let it grind overnight. Get as many of those, and I just think that should last me for quite a while. I've also saved up quite a few brews, as you can see at the top. I will at some point make use of them when I start running very low on energy, when I start running very low on gems as well. So I'll start making use of those. But at the moment, I'm doing okay for energy. I'm doing okay for everything else. I would like to try and get to the end of the champion training event, but I don't think that's going to happen. Not with the time remaining for me to play the game. Obviously, I still have a job to go to, so let's see where I'm at. See, this is what I've got to do. So I'm going to try and get at least the gems out of that, if I can. Okay, so let's do some of this. Now, what I like about doing the faction wars is that if you do lose, you don't waste the keys. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, as you can see off of my current champions, I'm still farming the very early ones at the moment. I really have not focused on this, I would say, almost at all. I've only done the faction wars as a how best to word this, as a thing where I'm bored and I want to look at doing something in the game that will or may potentially help me. So I know I should have pushed further and faster and harder with this. That would have helped, especially seeing as you can get the better glyphs later on. I haven't, so it is what it is. Of course, that would have also meant that I would have had more space in my inventory with regards to the gear that I have. Unfortunately, I think from this point forward, I will start looking at it a bit more serious. I'm not necessarily going to push to complete it as such, but maybe get further in the grind of it to a point where I can actually get some good glyphs. So maybe that'll be a thing. It depends on the faction and where I'm at with them. Seeing as I've kind of thrown away all of my rares, and I suppose with certain factions, certain rare champions would have been useful. I've not actually kept tabs on what rares I should keep for faction wars, if I'm honest. So that could potentially come and bite me in the rear end, I have a feeling. So that could be a thing. Let's have a look at here. So this is where I'm at. So very early on, I think only, I don't even know which champions are geared up of this group. Okay. Yeah, so they're not geared up. I think I only have what's her name? I forgot. The healer geared up in this. Now, again, I've been playing around with gear on her, but not too much. I think what I'm going to use her for and focus on is potentially in the clan boss team. So I'll need a healer on top of everybody else that will most likely have the lifesteal set. So that's still a thing I'm looking at. I'm still considering that. I'm going to end up having to probably farm Dragon 20 again, get some more gear. I am really lacking in the chest department, so I do not have almost anything usable for what I need it. So I've got some good stuff, but it has resistance, which isn't necessarily what I'm after. I have some stuff that has accuracy on them and good substats, but again, those tend to be quite limited with regards to their uses. Like, getting a good chest artifact for me seems to be a bit of a curse, because I'm not really getting those chest artifacts. And I've wasted and spent so much energy in Dragon 20. Now I'm probably gonna get back to the grind on that once I diversify my roster a bit more with champions that I can use. By that I mean, of course, bringing champions to level 60 and obviously fully ascending them, maybe also doing their masteries as well. So still plenty of work ahead, but I suppose the bonus is I have a bit more to work with than I currently or used to have in the past. Now, another thing I'm going to do now, this is a slight change of subject here, is I'm going to try a couple of things here on the channel, and of course for this week I did take a bit of a break. One day I just felt like I needed it. It's just busy, and I just needed some time to myself. But I am going to try and bring out a new game. Well, when I say a new game, it's new to the channel, but the game's been out for roughly about 20 years, maybe somewhere around 1999, something like that, and it's called Heroes of Might and Magic. It's a turn-based strategy game, and that is, I suppose, my all-time favorite game. That is what I spent so many hours of my life growing up playing. It's also probably what got me or weaned me onto playing Warcraft and World of Warcraft. So it's a very significant game to me. It has a lot of I suppose an emotional attachment. I remember spending nights playing that game and listening to music and just kind of playing against the AI. So I thought I would get that game to play for myself, but and I played with it a bit, to be fairly honest, and I thought I'll give that a go on the channel, see if you guys like it. If you like it, I could probably make it into a series somehow, or something to add maybe to the weekend. I'll do it before the weekend. I'll see what people think about it. If people take onto it and like it, I will continue doing it. I do bear in mind with Heroes of Might and Magic, games and matches tend to last hours. So that is one of the allures, but the thing is that when you play that game, you don't feel the time go by because you're that engaged in it. There isn't actually, I suppose Raid Shadow Legends could probably class in that category where you play a game and you get so drawn into it that you lose track of all time. So that does, Raid Shadow Legends has that effect. I think World of Warcraft had that effect with me, but the very first game that really had that effect on me was, of course, Heroes 3 Might and Magic. Now I could have gone for other later versions of the game, and I've played them. They're okay, but unfortunately, sadly, they do not compare to the Heroes 3 Might and Magic. It has so much. It is so perfectly designed in terms of strategy. Each faction has its strengths and weaknesses. It's pretty cool. I personally like it. I think it's probably one of the best games of all time, still playable even today. Now, of course, with that, because I have bought two versions, I bought a Steam HD version of it, which is fine. It's just a core game. But I finally, recently, after much search and stuff, have managed to find the original version on I can't remember who has it now. But I managed to find the original version with all of the DLCs. So I think Shadow of Death and Armageddon's Blade, which I'm so chuffed about because those two DLCs add so much depth to the game. Of course, the game being 20 years old, the graphics aren't all that great. They're very well, they weren't designed for HD screens. So with that said and done, I've also downloaded an HD mod for the game, meaning that the game will of course be in HD. Now, of course, it does add a couple of other things, quality of lifestyle things to the game, which I'll have to get used to. So I'll put out a video, hopefully I'll have it out for tomorrow. That is going to be a test run. I'm not going to necessarily play that particular video all the way through. As I said, a match in that game can take forever, or a map can take forever to complete, which is fun and fine and absolutely love it. But I will put out an episode maybe to see what people think about that game. If you guys like it, let me know. Hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know, because that will of course affect if I make more videos for that game or not. On that note, I am kind of coming to my marker with regards to time for videos, and we're coming up on the 20-minute mark, so I'll probably let this specific battle end. I will probably continue farming all the keys all the way to the end, and then obviously I'll do that off camera, after which I will then just go to an outro. Now obviously, much like Heroes, Raid Shadow Legends is one of those games that is very grindy. It takes a long time to do anything, and so yeah, I don't want to include all of that, to be fairly honest. I want to try and keep it to a 20-minute video. There we go. Perfect. Right, so I'll carry on using all the keys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, I have finished using up all the keys in the faction wars. With that being said and done, that is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. I did put in some information, and obviously with these videos I like to share my thoughts and kind of share with you what I'm thinking, where I'm gonna go with it, what I'm planning on doing, and stuff like that. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that bell icon and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and of course hit that like button. It does help out a ton. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other videos and guides if you're new to the channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And of course, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.